Welcome to Relics Radio, your favorite weekly podcast dedicated to the metal detecting and treasure hunting community. Here are your hosts, Ken from Adventures in Dirt and Tony from 5280 Adventures.
Hello, everybody. DK here from Adventures in Dirt. Welcome to Relics Radio, Wednesday night here in Northern Colorado. Glad to be here every week, coming to you Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, talking about metal detecting community, the hobby. We're talking about relic hunting, treasure hunting. We try to cover all kinds of different topics here, bring some guests in to interview. We got another great one tonight. Can't wait to get to Tom. But let me bring in my co-host. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. Wednesday night. Got my bubbly in hand.
You got your bubble. I got my not bubbly. It's not carbonated.
We drink a lot of stuff. We were talking before the show. We drink a lot of seltzer water in this house. And matter of fact, our guest tonight, we were out detecting with him one time. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But man, he was just like, hey, he had this, he's like, you want one of these bubbly seltzer? I'm like, oh yeah, I drink those at home. And he pulled out some flavors that I'd never had before. They were like tropical.
He's got the hook.
Gosh. He does, man. I've been looking for him ever since. I haven't been able to find him, but he gave me the lowdown today. So we're going to have to go score some of that stuff. How you been, man?
Awesome. Good, man. Busy. It's been a busy week. It's only Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know, we got 2 more days to get to the weekend, and then you and I are going to be busy. So we've been doing I know. Are you getting a little
finally
excited?
Getting out. I am getting excited, man. I just like
doing your stretches and getting all nimble so you can dig.
I'm sure. Yep, absolutely. Just trying to think, okay, what do I need to bring with me, which is different than the last time.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to throw ice packs into an ice chest. I'm going to, we got to, bring a chair just so I can take a break if I need to, because normally you and I'd be out there like 10, 12 hours straight, just running and gunning and barely eating lunch. And,
I think
this time I'm going to have to take some breaks, huh?
A half day will be good for you.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about it. You got a drive down, you got to drive up. And so, I mean, it's gonna be a long day for you in that new knee.
Yeah, it is.
So appreciate you making the effort. We're going to have a good time.
I can't wait. Yeah. It's kind of a unique opportunity we're going to do, and have a new permission, which we're excited about. It's always permission. So new permissions are always exciting, right?
You get to do some research, right? We just had last week, we had on Subterix. Ryan and Merrill from Subterix, metal detecting research app and website that they're on. Great show. If you guys haven't seen it, you need to go back and watch it about 1,200 times because there's so much info in it. So
everyone was talking about it in the chat before the show started. And, people have been trying it and stuff. So
we've been messing around with it all week.
Yeah. And we'll mention again, if you're a listener of Relics Radio and you want to go over there and try it, when you sign up for an account, just down at the bottom, when it asks you if you're a member of a metal detecting club, click yes, and then choose Relics Radio as your metal detecting club, and you'll get 100 free credits in there for you to try it out. Some of the elite areas and different, upgraded areas, and give it a shot. But
love it.
Great perk they gave us here.
Absolutely.
Relics Radio. So, who do we have joining us tonight?
Holy cow. We got a ton of people in the chat already. We haven't even got to the guests yet. First in, you're not going to believe this. Look at this. Davey of Colorado.
Davey.
Sounds like a good guy.
Yeah.
I want to bump into him somewhere.
Well, Davey.
How you doing, Davey? Hey, Davey and I, a couple weeks ago, we broke bread. We went out to a Mexican restaurant together.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. We had a great time talking metal detecting and guns. And, real quick, just interjection, because we were on that.
Detecting and guns.
Yeah, the good stuff, American stuff. We actually, when you talk to people, you talk about how small the world is, especially when you start talking with people and talking about who you know and where you've been and those kind of different things.
Right.
We're talking, and he goes, "Wait a minute, aren't you go dove hunting with this one guy, right?" And I said, "Yeah, all the time, man. We spend a week together. We go goose hunting, duck hunting, dove hunting. We'll do all turkey hunting, anything we can do." He goes, "I know that guy." I'm like, "What? How do you know him?" "Oh, we do some home improvement stuff together. I met him at Home Depot one day," and I go, hey, wait a minute, you hunt with Tony? He goes, yeah. He goes, oh, I know Tony. It's like, well, wait a minute, how does that happen, man? Talk about a freaking small world.
No
How
way.
crazy.
Really?
So, yeah, I'm dead serious, man. It's insane, absolutely
Small
insane.
world, man.
So,
Small world. Crazy.
yeah. Anyways,
Robert, Nebraska, right
hey,
behind him.
almost first. That's right.
Almost for him. Bill Hayes, always there, real early.
I know. Look at that, Bill Hayes coming in nice and supporting us here.
Hello, Bill. Good to see you.
Oh, hey, how about this?
Kentucky.
HMDKY.
Kentucky representing.
Yes, Commonwealth of Kentucky.
There you go. Welcome.
Awesome. Arkansas Relics.
Yep. Yes, buried treasure. 116.
Nice.
Got to look for that buried treasure. Got to find
always.
that Justin Posey treasure. Got to find it.
It's still out there.
I'm Team Montana. I don't know about you, but let's go.
Here we go. Good evening, everyone.
So funny.
Beneath the blue grass.
Welcome. Good to see you, Justin.
Norm, good to see you.
All
Thanks
right.
for coming on with us.
People rolling in.
Yeah, I know. It's starting to go. I'm trying to catch up here.
Yeah, me too. Bob Rose showing up. How you doing?
Oh, hey, Bob Rose.
Good to see you.
How about Detector?
Joining us. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Lurker Troy, showing up around the corner. Not always Lurker, Troy.
No, definitely not lurking as much lately.
Troy, I tease you about it, man. We're glad to have you here, 100%.
KW Jams.
Uh-oh.
President accounted for.
It's a party now.
Uh-oh.
It is a party now.
I'm gonna have to get on the bleep button here. Can I bleep his comments in the chat, or is it just audio that I have to bleep?
So fun
around Chaz.
Interesting.
I had a great time with Chaz and Dave a couple weeks ago, man. We got on some old stuff. I tell you, it was a good time.
Yeah.
How about Jeep Girl?
Where'd she go? Where'd Jeep Girl go?
Sorry, Jeep Girl.
Yeah, Jeep Girl. Good to see you.
Hey guys, driving and listening. Thanks for doing that. Don't get in an accident. Don't chat anymore. We know you're there.
Yep. I'll mention Jeep Girl here in a second. For a second, but first I want to bring up John over at FLX.
There he is.
Good to see you.
Hey John.
Hey, welcome everyone. We appreciate you being here Wednesday night, Relics Radio. Love seeing everyone rolling in. Ski Searcher just rolled in. Saw Bell's in there. Bree's in the house.
I thought I heard. Did you hear that? She made her announcement when she entered the room.
It echoed. I thought I heard an echo of something.
It was a nice yodel echo, like in the Alps.
She's remarkable. Definitely remarkable. So yeah, if everyone didn't see it, boy, last night Tony was a guest on TikTok.
Yeah,
with Jeep Girl FLX.
Yep.
And yeah, it was cool, man. He went over there and he was interviewed and kind of they chatted for a couple hours over on TikTok live, which I've never done, and
I haven't either.
It was.
I was the rook. I was the rookie in the room.
Yeah, and it was cool. There was a lot of talking on. Tony shared a lot about himself. And then they turn around, they share it. Where's that at over on YouTube? Where can people find that on
Behind
YouTube?
the Fines.
Behind the Fines
on YouTube. Yep.
On YouTube.
Yep.
They
go over there and watch
watch
the episode. It was good. We were on for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was a fun time. Good time.
You want to learn everything about Tony?
No.
That's the place to go. He bared his soul.
Yes. I did not sing though.
Did not.
Well, our summer tour though with the Backstreet Boys came up again.
It did.
Yeah, everyone's talking about that. That's crazy. I didn't think it was going to catch on that much.
Thanks, Bree. She's like, thank me, thank you guys. You guys are ridiculous. Funny.
Well, hey, before we get over to our guest, I know you guys are here to listen to him, and we're going to bring him on in a second. Just a quick reminder: if you guys head over to republicdisplays.com, use the code RelicsRadio10 at checkout, you're going to get 10% off all of your coin and relic displays. Ironically, I was on live last night on TikTok, had somebody from that show go and place an order. So that was pretty cool. I appreciate all the support. Go check them out. I actually just printed out a new Lizzie display from my Hammered Silver.
Look at that, man.
So, yep, got one in hand here. And head over to republicdisplays.com, use the code RelicsRadio10 at checkout and get 10% off of your entire order.
You do a good job with those, man. Those things are brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yep.
Let's bring our guest on, man. I'm interested in talking with
do it.
Tom. Been looking forward to it.
Yep, we're having a good time.
Tom,
What's up, guys?
how are you?
Doing well. How about you?
Good.
Yeah, we're doing
Awesome.
good, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Sure. Thanks for your patience while we get to you. Sometimes we yodel
I know.
on. Oh, see what I'm saying? I'm starting to say yodel.
Yodel.
We go on and on sometimes, but thanks for your patience, man. Hey, we got a chance to meet each other, get together and dig not too long ago down south.
Yeah.
That's right. It was Tony came down first and we had one of the most epic days ever. I mean, we were finding some really old stuff for
Buttons
this area.
and rare coins and all kinds of great stuff that you
Civil
don't
War
normally
era
find.
buttons, and then we brought you down and it kind of dried up a bit. So sorry about that, brother. Next time.
I'm the dark cloud that came over and crashed the party. No, that's the way it goes sometimes, right? Everyone in the chat knows, everyone watching, sometimes you hit it and sometimes you don't. I know that Tony was texting me from the field the previous time he came up with you guys and FaceTiming me. He's like, dude, look at this, And I saw, man, how much stuff you guys found out there. So it was cool. And it's always exciting when you get that opportunity again, and
for sure.
I had a good time though, man. It's just the opportunity was great. And I appreciate that. Thanks.
At least you got turned on to some new LaCroix flavors, man.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
That's right. I got some new
what was the flavor that you were looking for again?
Man, there was tropical. There was two of them, and they were both just out of this world delicious. I can't remember the flavors of them. Can you, Tom?
I never imagined
Not
we
off the
talked
top
about
of my head,
seltzers on Relics Radio.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah. So I walked away with something new flavor choices to go search out, and a great time.
Hey, before we get into things, Tom, tell everybody who you are, how we can find you on social media, just so we kind of get a little bit of an intro.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm Tom Patton, as these guys said. My wife and I started metal detecting a few years back, and we quickly became hooked, as I'm sure everybody on this chat is. And we went to our first seated hunt, and I'll tell you what, that's our subject tonight is seated hunts, if y'all didn't know that. But I'll tell you what, after we went to our first one, we were hooked. We knew we were going to go to many, many more. So we built our rad Sprinter van, and now we travel all around the country and go hit all these seated hunts. In fact, we're heading to one this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wish I was going to Detecting the Heartland. I do believe that's this weekend, but I slumped around and didn't get tickets. So I'm going to go to another one in Hoyt, Kansas, which I hear is a pretty good hunt. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's not very far.
No, not
for us. It's not
for us. We're usually pounding down like 13, 15, 18-hour drives. This one, I think it's like 7.5.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Well, you've got this amazing vehicle for it, man. You care to talk about that vehicle you travel in? Like, it's a beast, man. It's a beast.
Thanks, man. We love that thing. I don't know who loves it more though, my wife and I or our dogs. They've commandeered the place. You have to get their permission before you walk in. That's for sure. But we built the last year that we worked. We started building the Sprinter van, and we just built it from scratch. And whatever we thought was going to work in there well for us and for what we like to do, that's what we did. I even put his and hers lockers on the back doors, and we hang our detectors in there and our raincoats and all of our gear drawers. And it's the perfect vehicle for what we love to do.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, it looks really awesome, man. And you seem to be having a good time with it. It's in all your videos and kind of, I'm jealous. I'm just like, I would love to have something like that and just be retired or something and hit the road. That's like the ideal thing, man.
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah. I mean, not too long ago, a van down by the river was like kind of, now it's old, man.
Down by the river.
Yeah, that is great. You talk about your dog. What's your dog's name again?
We had a little 3-pounder. Had no idea she was going to be that small when we acquired her, and her name's Apple. And then we have a German short-haired pointer. His name's Radar. Apple's addicted to metal detecting as well. Yeah. She sees my wife strap on her Gray Ghost pouch, and she fits perfect in that thing.
Oh my
and
God.
She'll bug her until she plops her right in the pouch. She's always got that dog in the pouch all the time.
Yeah. Everyone always talks about her, man. That little dog is just
she's cute.
Apple, really cute, really
adorable.
Cool. So how many, you're getting ready to go again. How many of these? Well, first of all, most people probably in our chat know, what is a seated hunt? When you talk about a seated hunt and you use that term, what does that mean?
So a seated hunt is basically what it sounds like, where whoever the hunt master or metal detecting club usually that is putting this particular hunt on, they'll seed the ground with coins and prize tokens to win all kinds of amazing things. And there are some seated hunts that they're a little bit different. Instead of coins like silver and wheat pennies and other coins that we all love to find, some people will put relics in the ground. So there are definitely relic seated hunts. There are seated hunts where you're going to find some jewelry. A few weeks ago, every year to kick off the season, Galveston, that club there has a great seated hunt, and it's right there on the beach in the volleyball courts. It's amazing. But if you blink your eye, man, that hunt's going to be over in a minute. That one's a fast one.
Everyone finds everything within the first 10, 15 minutes, right?
Oh yeah. And then it's like, uh-oh, now what?
Yeah.
Our treasure hunting club, Eureka, does a seated hunt once a month for our club. And, it can vary, like you said, from coins to silver. I mean, they even do jewelry. They do relics, that same exact thing. And it changes things up. It gets everybody together. And it is a little bit different than going to like DIV, right? I mean, you're in Virginia, you're in the history, and those are geared more towards the relics versus like, silver. Just use silver. So, if DIV, you come home with, a bullet and a button and you're happy. You go to these seated hunts, you're doing pretty well. I've seen some of the pictures of the hunts that when you come back, unbelievable. You and Tish just absolutely tear it up.
Yeah, it's incredible. In fact, Tish actually, I mean, the last 3 or 4 hunts, she has schooled me, and I mean schooled me, man. It's pretty crazy, but yeah, it's a total blast. I know that sometimes, in fact, I do these coin spreads all the time after every seated hunt, and I try to do it themed as to what that hunt is about and what they are and what the Metal Detecting Club kind of stands for. And I did one last week for the Ozark Silver Horde hunt, and yep, there it is right there. There's Bigfoot swinging a coil. Had a few extra Bigfoot silver dimes and silver halves, so I made an arrow. Don't know why.
Funny, man. Looks just like the image on the towel. Look at that.
Yeah. We just figured it's a nice way to thank the people that put the hunts on, and it's fun. It's just super fun.
That's so cool. That's
everybody thought I found all those dimes by myself. I'm like, man, I got to be careful. I'm going to quit getting invited to hunts.
Oh, that Tom guy signed up. I'm not going to go to that.
Yeah,
his nickname is Hoover. We're calling that guy Hoover from now on,
right.
Right. Man, there are guys like that. It's crazy. Do you guys know Joshua Paul? That has the lanyards, the pinpointer lanyards. He sells those bungee kind of cords. Mm-hmm. This guy, he's a big dude, man. He's tall. He swipes and it's like a 15-foot radius. This guy's like a vacuum. Like, hey, how many dimes you get? Oh, I got 15. Oh yeah, I got 28. I'm like, all right. Just go back to my van all sad, hang and live.
Now, seated hunts do tend to get fairly competitive. I mean, a lot of people describe seated hunts as competitive metal detecting because the goal there is to just go find as much as you can because it's out there for you to have found,
Absolutely. And that's definitely the goal. Some hunts are a little bit different though. Like the one I just attended, Ozark Silver Horde hunt, it's all silver in the ground. Everything's silver. So if you can imagine, that hunt's fast. Like, if you turn your head or you stop to tie your shoe, it's over. Every hunt, it's just fast. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that kind of speed and the adrenaline, being an athlete in high school, kind of fun for me. But there are other hunts that are really fun and laid back and you can take your time, like the Show Me hunt. Mitch puts on a great hunt out there in Missouri. And at first it's blow and go and super fast. And then you realize, man, this field is massive and you could detect out there for 3 hours. It's just crazy.
Did you send a picture of that Show Me hunt? Is that the one with the wheels, the wagon wheels?
That's the Civil War cannon, with the wheels, or what I tried to make into a Civil War cannon.
That's crazy. You've got silver. Looks like you've got some
It's got some silver quarters in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I'm trying to see what's in
Silver
the sleeves.
jewelry.
the cardboard sleeve. What are those things called again?
Oh, the
Sleeves?
coin flips, the coin
Yeah,
cards.
flips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are probably going to be better coins than just your coal silver that they're throwing in the ground too, right?
100%. 100%.
Now, did they
Yeah,
put those in the ground, or were those like raffle wins and stuff like that, prize tokens?
So each one of those cards that you see was a token
wow.
prize. Some of them had 2 of them or 3 of them stapled together,
Okay.
depending on what they were. So then you go redeem in your tokens, which a lot of hunts tend to use like seeded clad pennies or even seeded copper or seeded. Yeah, they'll seed clad pennies or copper pennies. So you get a really good high tone signal on your detector, no matter what you're using. And they're fun to find. And then another thrill of it is standing in line right there, waiting to see what you got for your token.
Yeah. That's such a good time standing there because you're holding your little token. You're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to get? It's always a surprise, right?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
you can
never know.
I mean, I know Rush to the Rockies. We've done everything from metal detectors to headphones to coin displays. I mean, I think you know what last year we had, which I really really wanted. They had a whiskey decanter from
Pikes Peak, that Pikes Peak one or whatever.
Pikes Peak, decanter. And they had 2 of them that they had found like on eBay or something. And then they had bought 4 of them over the years ago.
Yep.
And they had 2 of them left over, and the 2 of them went into Rush to the Rockies last year. What a cool little prize to walk away with. You know, it's not just necessarily the silver that you have in the ground. I mean, you can walk away with some incredible items. I've won a metal detector at a seeded hunt once. So walked away with AT gold. Garrett AT gold.
And you remember Dan Pearson? I think it was Dan Pearson in our club that cast a bunch of 3-ringer bullets made out of 999 silver.
That was John.
Was it? Oh, John Olson.
John Olson made those. Yeah,
John Olson.
Yeah.
And he also did some arrowheads. He also did those arrowheads. Remember?
Yeah, Chaz actually won a 1 ounce and a 1/2 ounce silver cast arrowhead at the Rush to the Rockies last year. They're so cool. So cool.
It's so unique, right? Like you're not going to go out and buy those anywhere. You know what I mean? Like some guy made them from our club and you
one of a kind for sure.
And I'll tell you, having been intricately involved in the Rush to the Rockies so many years, I'm usually the one that kind of goes out and grabs all the prizes. I kind of approach all the manufacturers and do all that stuff. Giving those things away and knowing the list, and I kind of know what the list is, and I see everyone getting in line, and so some guys like got 17, and I already know he's going to be a big winner because I know the list, the way we've randomly sorted it and did all the stuff to make it fair, and I can't wait for that guy to get up. He's getting like one of the biggest ones of this hunt, you know, and all that stuff like that. It's just as fun for me to kind of give that stuff away as it is. I've been in the line too with my token in my hand, being like, oh, I wonder what this is. You know,
for sure.
In
fact, that Galveston hunt, Chaz won a Garrett VX9. Now, would he ever buy a VX9? I don't know if you're a Garrett fan or not, but it's cool to win one. You're going to use it,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great detector. He said it's
you had mentioned Rush. You had mentioned Rush before, and I wanted to show the picture of your haul from Rush to the Rockies.
Yes.
This is what you left with after 2 days of hunting out in Colorado.
That was a lot of targets.
Was a lot of targets.
Half of those are Tanisha's. Actually, probably 3/4 of those are my wife's. I would imagine. She kills it, man. She's so good.
We had one hunt. It was all 50-cent pieces. It was all halves. And look at all those halves stacked up underneath the Relics Radio logo, and then all the ones. You got the pickaxe. You got the pickaxe, displayed there.
Yeah, you got a Morgan.
Morgan.
Yeah,
silver rounds. One of those.
Got a
silver rounds.
gold nugget there too.
Yeah, that's a specimen. It's quartz and gold, so it's worth a little bit more. It's super cool to look at.
Very cool.
So cool.
Heck yeah.
Those are just a couple pictures from seeded hunts.
Hey, there's Apple.
There's Apple.
Hello, Apple.
Cute. Making her debut.
Could you see that sticking out of a metal detecting pouch in the middle of the field when Tish is walking by? You see his little dog head sticking up out of the pouch.
People always have to take a double take. Like, did I just see that? Did I really see that?
Oh man.
I want to throw up real quick before we get too far into this. I know Tish is joining us in the chat. One of my favorite pictures here. You guys at
there we go.
Masters of Metal with your Freedom Finders check that you guys won at.
Yeah, we got a big check that day. That was such a surprise. That was the first Ozarks hunt that we went to, and Debbie Smikoski was there with Mine Lab, and she was having the Masters of Metal competition. And I'm like, man, it's only $50 for a team. There was only 2 of us, but another guy, a great detectorist out of Oklahoma. His name's Les Cerullo. He joined up with us, and turns out we qualified for the finals and got $1,100 check. And I wanted to take that check home with me, but they wouldn't let me.
I know.
Yeah.
So they mailed us one.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Did you guys compete in Colorado?
We did not, because in fact, that was probably a month before Colorado right there.
Oh, okay.
You can only do one, right? You can only
Right.
do one of those events
Right.
to qualify. You can't keep trying.
It was fun, right, Tom?
Oh,
did you enjoy the process and the competition and everything? Yeah.
It was a total blast. Now I have nightmares about the target ID competition there.
Everybody
Debbie's burying stuff like a rivet at 8 inches, and you have to guess what it is without digging it out.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yeah. I think our team, out of the 3 people in the ID, our team got 5 right.
Yeah, that's about.
And there were 25 targets. There were 75.
20. Yeah.
So 75 potential, correct answers, and we got 5.
Yeah. No, that's about the average.
Yeah,
that's for sure. It's a tough one, man.
That was a good time, though. I really enjoyed that event, and Mine Lab does an incredible event like that. It was just awesome.
Yeah, top notch. Definitely.
Agreed.
Definitely.
Yes.
And then we actually, for that qualifier, we got to go to one of my favorite places in the world. It's Gold Camp, Alabama. And that's where the finals were. It was a total blast. In fact, I'm going back to Gold Camp this year, and there's not even a finals. I'm just going because I love the place so much.
Yeah. You got a great video on your channel, Freedom Finders Adventures, on your YouTube channel. You got a great video from that Alabama Gold Camp.
Thank you. Yeah, I did one of us dredging one day, and then I did another one of us high banking with my buddy Cajun Ron. He has this purple high banker, of course, because he's an LSU fan, right? And he let us use kind of rent his high banker for the day. Man, we found all kinds of gold. I was impressed with Alabama gold.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And Cajun Ron, actually, he's funny. He came up. He's like a really big mentor in the seeded hunt world for Tish and I. He's taught us a lot of stuff. Yeah, there he is right there.
Cajun Ron. Welcome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super fast. Those hunts.
That's cool. I've never high banked. I've never dredged or high banked before, so I'd love to do that sometime. I've only sluiced and panned in the creeks and rivers here in Colorado. But someday, I'd love to get in it and go to all these, more gold producing areas.
Right.
Would be a lot. I know they got some great gold camps up in Alaska and stuff that you can kind of go spend a week, almost like a vacation, and get up there and have a blast. So
if I went to Alaska to do that, I would not come back.
How could you? It would ruin you, right?
You're finding gold, and then the next day you're out fishing, and then the next month you're out, hunting moose or something. I mean, you would never see me again. Honestly,
gold fever's real, man. Gold fever can be real.
It sure is.
People get a little color in their pan, they're off and running. Do you remember the first seeded hunt you went to? You ever?
I do. The first seeded hunt that we attended was actually Mitch's hunt there, the Show Me hunt. It was the very first one that he had. So that was this year was Show Me 3, so it was his third one. We went to his first one. And then after that, we were hooked. We went clear out to South Carolina and attended the Nugget Noggin live event.
I was going to ask you, have you ever done this?
Yeah, it was a great hunt. Great hunt. And then shortly after that, we hit the Ozark Silver Horde hunt, and just really that hunt's awesome. It's really any hunt that there's all silver in the ground. Those are hard to find.
James does an incredible job with that.
He does.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah,
I
knows
love
what he's doing.
Truthfully, I haven't been to a hunt that I didn't like.
Sure. Right.
I mean, what more fun of a way can you find to stack silver? Like, you can buy it at AppMax. You can go to your LCS, which is fun, but to go find it out of the ground, and usually if you do your due diligence, you're coming home with basically your entry fee at least. So it's a great way to stack silver.
Yeah. Absolutely. I was watching, Tony, I watched, I think a video from Nuggets last hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know who won one of the big detectors? Georgia Buddy.
Did he?
Yeah.
Nice.
I just reached out to him, sent him
Buddy.
a message and be like, Buddy, did you just win a detector at Nuggets event this year? He's like, yeah, sure did, man.
We went to England with Buddy, so yeah. Nice. Small
stuff.
world. Again, small world, man.
And you went to Gypsy's hunt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to it was the week before the Galveston hunt. Actually, that's the first one that kicked off the season. It was a week right before the Galveston hunt, and it was only like an hour and a half away. I'm like, hey, perfect, let's go.
Yeah.
I love piggybacking hunts, man. If we're driving 18 hours, let's go ahead and hunt 2 hunts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
that was a blast too. She is so nice. You guys, I'm sure you guys know.
Yeah, we met actually I've met Gypsy a couple times here in Colorado. We did Ken, you weren't down on that Mancos hunt, right?
No, that was you and your son.
Yeah. So I met her down there. And that's where I won the AT gold. And then Denver was having their like outdoor show.
Yeah.
And she was up here with the Sportsman show. Yeah, with who's the guy from Utah? I'm spacing out tonight.
Terry
Carter. He was here too. And the 4 of us all went out to dinner downtown and hung out. And I mean, the community, right? I mean, I know I talked about this all last night about the community, but we have all this passion, but then you make all these friends that hey, I'm in town. All right, dude, let's go detect, or let's go out to dinner.
Yeah.
Matt Howell did the same thing. Matt Howell was in town. What did we do? We went out to dinner. I mean, it was just like you just hang out, you share the stories, and hey, it's good to see you, or meet you for the first time, and then
it's
that's
just crazy. It's almost as if you've known one another.
I know, and then you're best friends for life. It's so weird.
Yeah. So goes the hobby. Yeah, whether I'm hunting with Chaz and Dave down there in Trinidad, hole in the pocket boys, or out there with the Ozark guys, door knocking, learning from the best out there with James and his crew how to door knock. That's a whole different thing altogether, but they're good at it. So I'm there, man.
He's very good at it.
Yeah,
he is, man.
He is very good at it.
Him and his brother. Remember, they came on the show. Him and his brother came on the show.
Yeah.
And at the time they came on the show, I think they were 35 in a row, 35 guesses in a row,
something like that,
without getting a no,
or 30. Yeah,
something like that.
It's just insane. I don't know if you guys saw that video when I went door knocking with him and his buddy Chris Crick, but we got 8 silvers that day. I'm like,
insane.
Okay, I'm doing this. It's on.
You got a pretty important silver though, didn't you?
That day. No,
I don't know if it was that day.
Where I found that one was so here's another cool caveat of a seated hunt. They have them usually at these grounds where, I mean, there was history. There was Civil War stuff in Arkansas, Missouri, all over. It's not like here in Colorado. So you stand to find anything and everything in the ground. And I found a bucket lister, man. I mean, it's a bucket lister. It was
a seated dime here at the hunt. That is awesome. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Boots in the mud, head to the sky. If Missouri got treasure, I'm the reason why.
Sweet.
You find yourself a seated dime.
That's another thing I do for every hunt. I'll do a little music video and throw it up on my YouTube channel.
I love that.
Just something fun to do.
I love that.
Yeah,
it's always. I mean, we've talked about it offline. Just like, you do it for each one, and it's just, man, it's so cool.
Yeah, next time we do Rush of Rockies, man, just wait. We're knocking on your door.
Oh, it's on. I can't wait, guys.
It was fun.
That was a blast.
Hopefully next year for sure.
Yeah.
We've been talking to everyone.
So you got your seated dime though. You got your seated coin off the bucket list.
Yes, I did.
Add a natural one.
Look,
here she is, right here.
Just holding it. Showing everyone that cares to walk in. Here you go.
Yep. These are awesome too. Look, this thing just stays on there. You can do whatever you want with it.
No.
There it went.
Except
no, it didn't. It's right here.
Well, congrats on the seated dime, man. You and I had actually hunted previous to you guys leaving for that event, and that actually was the topic, because Chaz found his trime, and you're like, man, I gotta find seated, and no kidding, man, you freaking go to that hunt in Missouri, and you come home with seated. I think you texted me. You're like, dude, I got a seated. I'm like, how does that happen? I said, all right, hey, your display's in the mail. It's coming.
It was. We had just had the morning hunt, like the first one, and Mitch does those. They're long. They last a long time, so it was coming to an end. It was like 2.5 or 3 hours or whatever. And Tish was like, Tom, we got to go out there and find one more silver dime each. All right, let's go. And everybody's clearing the field. We're like, there's 4 of us out there, and it's a massive field. And I got a crunchy little kind of a 91 on my Manicore. I'm like, man, this is deep. It was deep too. It was like almost 10 inches deep. And I popped it out. I'm like, and I saw the 1 dime first when I popped that clod off.
Yeah, with the 1 dime game.
And then I turned it around and popped that off. I screamed. I screamed at the top of my lungs. It's seated. And I started putting my hand in the air. People were coming over there. It was awesome, man.
I could feel it, man. I could feel it.
Oh, it was so fun. So fun. You guys know the feeling.
Exciting.
Well, it's just exciting, man. You describe, you explain it. I mean, I can feel it.
You're there.
It's so fun, man. You do that. You see that 1 dime and you're like, oh, it's probably this or something. Like, oh my God.
That cool stuff always comes at the most unexpected time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what's cool now, you can go back and watch that video over and over and experience that thing all over again.
Right. It's there. It's on YouTube forever.
Yeah. That happened to me the other day. I was watching the video of me finding that seated, and I was looking at the video again, and this one we couldn't tell if it was seated or not. This the second one, and I was looking at it, and all of a sudden it's like everyone was quiet, and I was like, it's seated, and everyone's like, it's seated. Oh my gosh, you just relive it, Oh my gosh,
it's incredible.
That's tough to pull out in the West.
Yeah, in the West, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely
tough to pull. You know what I love about your adventures, Tom? I was when I watch your videos over on YouTube, and you can catch the link to his YouTube channel in the description, and Tony's also posting it here in chat. So if you're listening later, you can always come over and kind of check it out in the chat. But head on over there. Freedom Finders on YouTube. Freedom Finders Adventures. What I love about your adventures is that you go to these seated hunts, which is awesome in itself. But it seems like you and Tish also do a lot of research on your of places to stop along the way, places to dig along the way. Like I was just watching your video the other day of that sort of underwater town that had kind of exposed itself. And was that something you guys just found as you were on your way to a hunt and had researched it out, or what?
That one it kind of fell in our lap. Thank you, James Huntley, if you're on here. He called me and he's like, dude, a friend of mine's got this cool spot. Bull Shoals Reservoir's like down, and it hasn't been down since they flooded it like in 1940 or whatever. So this town hasn't seen the light of day since 1940. And the town was like established, I want to say in like the mid 1800s. And we're in there swinging around, and I don't know, 20 minutes later, Tish pops out a nice little barber. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Found an old dinner bell, like just some cool stuff. But yeah, things like that. We love doing that stuff along the way. One time we were coming through Kansas and we stopped at every single one of those roadside picnic tables. And then we started getting scared, needles and whatever. So we're like, this is a bad idea. Let's just keep driving on that one. So some stuff you shouldn't, but no, we and then going door knocking, like I said, with James and those guys. But truly, I love doing all that stuff. There's nothing like swinging here at home though. I just love the vibe here. Love the people. I love the people everywhere, but swinging with my buddies. Yeah. It just doesn't get any better, right?
Sure. It's close to your home. You guys are real near some really great history here in Colorado. So you guys have a great opportunity. You're surrounded by buddies, and you guys can, get together and go to some really cool places, man. Yeah. What I was thinking about when you were talking about that town from the 40s, hasn't been exposed since the 40s. The John Gurley with Dig That Beat. He has always says in his videos, said when they go looking, they're looking for neighborhoods that are from the 30s and 40s. They don't go looking for the neighborhoods from the 1800s and early 1900s. they go look for neighborhoods that have houses from the 30s and 40s because more silver was produced in the 30s and 40s than hardly any other time in our history. So that's where you're going to find the most silver, and that's what they're after too. He's a big silver cruncher as well.
Yeah. I love it. It's addicting. So I'm addicted to silver.
Yeah.
Who isn't though?
Yeah, it's so much fun to find.
Yeah.
Tony tells the story at the time when you and I met each other for the first time. Tony, we went digging together for the first time. He came up to my town. I was living in Longmont in Colorado, and he came up, and we dug the local park that had the biggest history to it, I guess. And we both just started detecting, man. We hadn't been detecting very long. Just started YouTube channels. Really didn't know what we were doing. had cameras affixed with a bolt to our hat, trying to get the shot. Hat kept falling down, but I ended up finding a mercury dime. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I was so new, but was so kind of familiar with the YouTube community by this point because I was watching the Hoover Boys and everything, and I knew it was a big deal, but I didn't know like how big a deal until Tony started freaking out, and I was just like, hey, this is what they call a merc. I think they call this a merc. And I remember Tony's like, oh my God, you found a merc. And I remember just thinking to myself, finding silver is such a big deal with metal.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And
what's funny is it took me like 3 years to find my first merc. Ken was with me too.
Yeah.
But that was my white whale for a long. Now it's a bison. I got corrected last night. It's a bison nickel, not a buffalo nickel.
Yeah,
that's my white whale. But for like 3 years, it was a merc. I had never found a merc.
Yeah, any silver for me. I'm all about it.
Yeah. Everyone in the chat, let us know what your white whale is. The white whale is the item that in your area you absolutely should have found one by now, but for whatever reason you just can't pull it. All your buddies pull it, but you just can't pull it. What is your white whale? Tom, what's your white whale?
Now, since I've dug a seeded, I mean, who doesn't want to dig a gold coin, guys? I mean, I just want one so bad.
Yeah.
People didn't lose those very often, though, so
no,
we'll see.
They don't.
It's got to happen.
I mean, the odds in Colorado are I won't say that they're good, but we did have some military and activity, and I think that those are probably the areas that you probably have the best chance to find the gold, because that's how they were paid. So it would be very rare to go on a homestead and find a gold coin, because they just didn't have that.
They just
especially the old pioneers, they didn't have
on those homesteads, let alone gold. Yeah, and they didn't have it. Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
We've interviewed so many people on this show and talked to them about that. And not a lot of them, but those that have found gold coins, they all basically say the same story, and I agree with them. You just don't believe it.
Yes.
When it's in the hole or you see it. You can even recognize it, but you'd be like, is that really what I think it is? It doesn't register because it's just such a anomaly, for you to find something that rare. It'd be like, man, crazy. Well, look, we're in England. Tony and I are in England. We're with I think it was when I just went, and it was Missouri Mike and Plugmaster Ford. And Missouri Mike, who's sick as a dog and barely hanging in there. We were getting ready to send him home because he was so sick. So he's in the van, not detecting, so sick. So he's just going to get out and swing, walks 30 feet from the van in the middle of this old Roman field, and found a 5th century hammered gold Roman coin. Just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. And he picks it up and looks at it, his story, and he dropped it. And he said, Jeff, come here. He goes, is this foil? And Jeff came over and looked at it, and he said, oh, Mikey. He goes, is it trash? Is it junk? And Jeff's like, oh, Mikey. And then he's on the walkie-talkie bringing everyone from quarter mile away in,
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy, man. It was the most amazing thing I've seen pulled and probably ever. It was friggin' amazing.
Couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I can imagine it, but
and he didn't recognize it. He didn't recognize it. He didn't think that it was it was possible, even though in England it's possible. But crazy, man. What are people saying about their white whales in here?
Yeah, I've been throwing them up there a lot. Just things that you think that you would have found by now. Shield nickel for Jeep Girl, obviously.
Yeah.
Standing Liberty for Ohio pull tabs. That one definitely would have thought he would have been able to pull that out in Ohio.
Yeah.
Here's one. How about Davey saying seated stuff?
Seated stuff.
You got to hang out with Tom.
Yep.
Man.
I mean, I know what's on my bucket list and stuff, but white
Right.
whale. I mean, IHP was on my white whale forever, for the longest time, and I finally cracked that one.
Grandma's brooch.
Ski searchers never found grandma's brooch, man. Yeah, but now I don't know. I mean, I want to say trime, but trimes are even rare too. So not really like a white whale. I've known people that have found them. Speaking of hole in the pocket and these guys down south.
I would say you got to hang out with me because I've been with two people that found. I've been with three people that have found trimes, and two of them were found within a month of each other. So, I mean, if you haven't found one now when you're hanging out with me, then you're never going to find it.
It's so true.
What's funny about that trime? Remember, Tony, you and I were popping those old buttons and the old Eagle button, like all this old stuff, those old Chicago police buttons.
Yep.
And we had a little plan, and Davey and Chaz were walking up. We're like, yeah, we won't even tell them we found anything, man. And then we'll be like, well, we got these. And it ruined the whole thing because Chaz popped a damn trime.
Right.
Yeah. Like, oh, this would be so cool. They didn't find anything. We got these cool buttons and everything.
Yeah.
And oh, yeah. Trime.
Yeah, trime.
Look at my
I have it on video. I actually just watched it again today. You were like, did he say trime? Trime?
Crazy.
Like it didn't register. Wait a minute. Trime? I think he said trime.
So funny.
That was a great day.
Beautiful. That was a beautiful coin, man. Beautiful. Tony, I'm surprised you and I are even still friends, man. Remember that one time we were hunting my white whales IHP? I've never found one. We've been out hundreds of times, didn't find one and stuff. And then Tony finds one 6 feet from me. And I'm like, oh, and he's like, yeah, another IHP, because he had found like 17 by then or something. And then he turns around and 5 feet later, he finds another one. And I'm like,
you know what that is? You know the reason why? Inches and angles.
Inches and angles. That's what it's all about. That's what it's
right.
all about. Cajun Ron, lucky I found 2 trimes. Wow, man. Very, very nice.
I think that guy's found 2 of everything at least.
Yeah.
So if you find 2, it's not luck.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. That's just skill at that point.
He's got trime skill.
Trime skill, yeah.
All right. What's on your bucket list, Cajun Ron? You got to let us know now. What haven't you found? Or what haven't you found 2 of at least?
I wanted to mention real quick. I wanted to say hey to Ryan Marcus from Subterix. He's joining us in the chat. And Meryl made a quick comment that I wanted to bring up here. Dear Tom, you're featured in the new XP video for setting the world record on the coil change challenge. 11.8 seconds. I don't think anybody can beat that. So there you go.
That was cooking. That was at the end of my show me video. He had Tish and I do the Deus coil challenge.
Yeah. And what is that for people that don't know, or maybe listening in later and don't know what that is?
So those of you that don't know, the Deus 2 have wireless coils, and to change the coils, it's super simple. You have your coils already pre-programmed into your detector head, and so if I'm hooked to one, and okay, here's the contest. You're hooked to one coil, and you have to swipe over a target, boop, 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 get a couple of beeps. You pop the coil off, and then you slam the other coil on and fold the little keeper back on. But before you do all that, you have to change the coils in the menu in the machine.
What it's paired to.
And then it takes a minute to pair up. And then after it pairs up, then you swipe again. And when you get another beep, that's the time. So
yeah,
I didn't know that I got the world record. Thanks, Meryl.
There you go, man. There you go. It goes quick.
Breaking news.
It goes quick.
Breaking news.
That's awesome, man.
That was fun. But see, guys, that's the kind of stuff you get to do at seated hunts. It's not just the blow and go of the hunt. It's the people. It's all the extra stuff. Yeah. There's always like target ID challenges for free metal detectors. There was at the Ozarks hunt, there was just a pinpointer toss to win a free Garrett Carrot. The team, it was a 3-person team, and you win a Garrett Carrot. It was there's just always a lot of extra stuff.
A pinpointer toss?
Yeah, so they set up 5-gallon buckets, and there's 6 5-gallon buckets per team, and they're in a line. Do you remember that little clown game when you were a kid, and the kid would have to throw the ball and make it clear to the last one and win the bicycle? Same concept. only you're using a pinpointer and you're tossing it in those buckets. And whoever can, and if you miss one, you start over at 1. First guy goes, hits it in 1, second guy hits it in 2, third guy 3, etc. until 6. So it's not as easy as it sounds.
It doesn't sound
lasted a good while, but actually the Huntley brothers, their team won that. So
yeah,
that's because that's all they do. They practice.
That's all they do. They just practice that over and over. So these events are fun, man. These little games and stuff. Let me ask you a few more. Have you ever done a night hunt?
Night hunts are such a blast. Such a
Agreed.
Blast. The cool thing about those, like, it's crazy. You wouldn't even think you could pull it off, but everything's on the surface. And sometimes some hunts will let you use the light on your pinpointer. Some hunts will make you tape your pinpointer light over with electrical tape if you're not able to turn it off in your menus. And it's pitch black out there, man. And some are pinpointer only. Some you could use your big detector, then swoop down with your pinpointer and try and find it. It's a total blast. People bumping into one another, but pitch black outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then
we did one
children's hunts, so they're always family friendly. You can bring your kid out there. Those are just like the night hunts, only in the daytime. Everything's on the surface.
Yeah.
And another cool thing, guys, that I forgot to mention earlier is almost every hunt I've gone, I think every hunt I've gone to, 100% of your entry fees, like if the ticket costs $200, 100% of that goes in the ground in either coins or silver.
Yep.
And the club gets their money by raffles, so you should definitely support the raffles. And why wouldn't you? The tickets are like $5 and you could win a Manicore. What, like, let's go.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's amazing that, I mean, Rush obviously does the same thing. I think, Ken, how much is it? It's over 100%, right? What Eureka does.
Yeah. Over 100%. People always say, "Oh, how can you put over 100% of the entry fees into the ground?" They don't get that. Like, that's not possible. Well, it is if you have a well-established club that's been around since 1974, like Eureka has. We have sort of, a complete separate account for Rush. And through the years, we've accumulated some things. So they always take all the hunt fees and go buy coins and stuff to put straight into the ground. And then they sweeten the pot with extra stuff that they get.
Eureka donates from the Eureka Fund to Rush to the Rockies. So you can actually get over 100% into the ground. Which is incredible.
Amazing. And it's all volunteers from Eureka that put it on, and it's a lot of fun. Have you ever done a pinpointer only hunt?
Yes, only a night hunt that way though.
Just a night hunt with pinpointer only?
Day hunt, yeah. Truthfully, though, pinpointer, I don't know, man. It's
that's tough.
That'd be tough.
Yeah.
Have you
we
done
did a
one?
night hunt in Oklahoma with Mine Lab, and they had like red LEDs. It was kind of like the hunt field was glowing red. We all had these red glowing wristband straps on too, and it wasn't pitch black, but just the environment and the ambiance and being with everybody, and it was just, that was really cool. Very, very cool. Didn't Debbie flip on our lights on our Jeep and they were red as well? And
so cool.
It was pretty cool. Like, I took a ton of pictures. I'm supposed to be hunting, looking for silver, right? I'm taking pictures of everybody because it was just like, what an experience.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah. And when Debbie's involved, there's music and like, it's just loud too.
Yeah, she brings it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they do it up.
Yeah. She's always so cool.
Yep.
You want to hear of an event? Go ahead, Tony.
No, I was going to say, you were talking about just in terms of people and maybe hunt fields. I know maybe people necessarily haven't been at a hunt like this, but you have a nice drone capture here of this was at the Ozarks.
It was Davey from Colorado got that.
He took this drone. That's cool, man.
Yeah, he took that with his drone. This was actually the calm after the storm, because this is an all silver hunt. So if you could imagine, the first 5 to 10 minutes are pretty blow and go.
Yeah.
All 200 people are out there, and the fields do get a bit crowded, but oddly enough, everybody's got enough room to swing at their leisure and go whatever direction you want to. It's a total blast.
And that's always a thing, right? Because we know it from holding Rush to the Rockies, and for any other hunt masters out there that kind of put on these hunts, It's always a thing. What size field do you
Yes.
create for the number of targets in the ground? You know what I mean? How many
Right.
hunters is too much for the size of field you created, and what's too big of a field?
Right.
I
You see
remember,
that field right there.
Yeah.
We had nearly 200 people there, and it was almost too small.
almost too small.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was right on the cuff of being just too small for
Because you don't
200
want people running into each other, you know what I mean? But you also want people to find everything that's out
Right,
there. You
right.
don't want to leave stuff in the field.
Right.
Um,
What amazes me is how that many people can get pretty much every target
Clean
out of
it.
the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, they get most of them.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how long of a conversation we had during our rush meetings about size of fields. You've got, one person that's dead set with this, the other person's like, that's too small, the other person's saying that's too big.
Yeah.
And it's just like butting heads of saying, no, this is the way we're going to do it. We need to expand it. We need to do this. And yeah, it's a finely tuned topic of discussion, because like you said, you want it to be competitive, but you don't want to have, like a little small baseball diamond full for 200 people. You're bumping into everybody. And on top of it, the targets then are gone within, 3 seconds. That's just not fun.
Right.
But you do want every target found. So it's a juggling act.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the problem. Like
Right.
field size.
Right. There's a
how
sweet
many
spot.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the advantages we have is there's a lot of people in Eureka that they do go to a lot of hunts, man.
Yes.
Especially here in the West. They go to Nebraska, they go to Iowa, they go to, all these different hunts. And they have all this experience. And they know what was, they went to the Garrett every year that they had. You ever been to the Garrett hunt, Tom?
I haven't. No.
When they were having it?
I'm getting ready to go. Well, it's going to be in July. We're going to go to Treasure Week. That's a nifty little hunt. That's an 8-day long hunt.
Really?
Every hunt, every day, if you prepay, is $50. That's it. And there's silver coins in most of them. But like one day, say Saturday when it starts, Garrett will be the sponsor. Then the next day it's Mine Lab. Then the next day it's Nocta. Then the next day it's so-and-so. And it's 8 days of hunting, 8 days in a row. So that's going to be a blast, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds good.
I was just thinking about, you guys want to hear of a cool event that I've never seen happen.
Uh-oh.
But Jeff Lubert has been in our club forever.
Yeah.
Said they used to hold them at Rush to the Rockies, and they stopped doing them. And he told me, and I was like, man, that is so cool. We're going to do that on next Rush to the Rockies. So you come to an event, you come to a specific hunt, and you have a partner with you. Okay.
Done.
And one of the swinger of the metal detector is going to be blindfolded and have headphones in, and the other person digs the target.
Oh.
And so you've got to signal the target and tell the person it's right there, and whether you crisscross or whatever you do, or tow it with your coil, whatever, you got to go, it's right there. And then the person that digs it up has to bring the target up to collect it. And you have sort of a competition like that. And now I'm not done.
Okay.
So they line everyone up with your partner, and they say, put your partner in front of you. So everyone's lined up with your partner in front of you. And then they say, okay, non-blindfolded people, take one step to the left, and you're now with a new partner that you don't know, that you have not practiced with, that you have not done that. So Bill Hayes says he's done that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he has. Says he's gone to Treasure Week. Yeah, I can't wait. I've heard
Wow.
it's an absolute blast.
Wow. Oh, that's where he was talking about. He went to Treasure Week. I thought he said he did that.
He did the blindfold.
The blindfold event. But there you go. You're like, oh, Tony, I want you as my partner. Yeah,
Right.
man, we got this. We're gonna rock this.
Yeah,
And
we practice. We've got keywords. We've got all these different things. You tap them twice, and that's what this means. Or
and then all of a sudden,
that would be fun to watch.
they throw you a
it'll be a
curveball.
blast to
You're like,
watch. You know how much footage we would get for that? We'd have drones. You could run up on the guys with the blindfolds, get right up in their face, and. No, the only thing I would say negative about that is if it was me, and I'm already thinking about how I can win this damn thing. You just proposed it. I'm already thinking strategy here. The size of the plug is going to be about this big.
right.
If I'm digging,
it's
I'm
somewhere
digging
in this area. Right. Yeah, and I'm sure there's more details to it. We'd have to work out.
No,
but I'm gonna talk to Jeff, man,
interesting.
about
It's very
doing that
unique.
next Rush to the Rockies.
That sounds
maybe-
like a total blast.
So Rush to the Rockies been around, like I said, 1974, and they've been doing, I think our last event was their 25th event or 26th event over the 50 years or so they've been around. and they haven't done them every year. They tried to do them every year, but their events go back a long way. So there's a lot of people that remember some of the old games and stuff they used to play.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tap some of those people just to try to bring back some of the vintage games and stuff they used to play.
That'd be cool to see that kind of stuff resurface.
Right.
What do you think has been your kind of coolest prize that you've walked away with a token on any hunt that you've been to?
This was super cool. I went to a hunt. Where was this? In Pryor, Oklahoma last year. And this particular hunt, I think it's called Three Rivers, I believe. Anyway, you put your badge in a box when the hunt's over, and they do a badge drawing.
Oh.
And they'll do several. It's whatever token prizes didn't get picked up out of the field usually. Right. But the first prize was a gold coin. I won a Canadian gold coin for my badge. I didn't even have to buy a ticket. I felt kind of horrible, but I was so happy at the same time.
Wow, that's cool.
That's a token that wasn't found. I mean, could you imagine? Oh,
yeah.
Wow, what a
I love it when hunts do stuff like that. I keep thinking, I keep bringing up Rush. Sorry, but I'm so involved. That's our hunt. That's our hunt we put on. Yeah. But I love it when hunts do that. And I always thought it was a great idea when they're pulling out special prizes for people that didn't know. Like we always had a prize for the person that came the furthest away, because the person that collects everything kind of knows where their home base was, and kind of like, okay, this person has traveled the farthest, or this person was the first person to get the registration in. And it's good when you have one person that's taken all the registration, kind of knows that information or whatever, and it's fun. Tony mentioned our club's monthly hunts, and we have this one ranch we used to do all our hunts at called the Lazy Heart Ranch here in Colorado. And we went out there, and the owner of the ranch graciously lets us use it. And I remember this one hunt. I don't know if you were there, Tony, but he's like, all right, everyone get ready to go. He's like, careful, the rattlesnakes are out, blah, blah, blah. Just be careful. He goes, and do me a favor. This is our property. You see any trash out there, pick it up, bring it in, just to help us keep our land clean, blah, 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 blah. So at the end of the hunt, they're giving all the prizes away. And he's like, hey, anyone see that big stump out in the middle? Did anybody run into it? And no one said anything. He's like, I was hoping no one stubbed their toe on it. But how many of you saw that beer bottle sitting on top of the stump? And he goes, well, I know none of you did, because it's right here and none of you picked it up. Like I asked you to bring trash in. He goes, and if you would have picked it up, and he turned it over and showed the bottom of it. It was like $100 bill taped to the end.
Oh,
and and it was like a big heavy weight on it. So like you would feel it and stuff. And everyone was like, oh man, you know what I mean? So just things like that. It's like, oh, you never know where it's coming from. Never know where it's coming from. Do you have one memorable event, Tom, that you can think of? You're just like, man, you know what? I know it's probably hard because you've been to a lot.
It's so hard.
I will never forget that one thing that happened.
Tish and I just love them all. And what's so cool is all of them are different. So each hunt is a whole different experience. I think truly our favorite part about any hunt are like I said before, truly it's the people.
Yeah.
The people. I've met some of my very best friends doing this, and we haven't been doing it but for a handful of years. It's just crazy. But if I could choose one, I just don't think I could. I know that's a real political answer, but I really don't think I could. I mean, we have a blast at every single one, big or small.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, it depends. Like sometimes you maybe have something happen to you during one event. You're not making comments on the actual event, but something unique happened to you. And it's like, man, I will never forget that.
Yeah, that was a good one there.
That one right there.
Yeah. Come on. Nugget, the Tish won. I didn't get to win that sucker, but that's my Morgan right there.
Sweet. There's a couple of them in there.
I do like how you guys do your tokens, how the Eureka Club does the cowboy hats. Those are so cool.
Yeah.
They press little clad quarters into little cowboy hats. Super cool.
Pressed them in little cowboy hats. That was Boots that put that together. Really cool. They're always trying to figure out better ways to do it. I know that's always a focus. I went to Pound the Ground in 2019. I went to Pound the Ground. That was like the first, before there was Dig Stock, there was Pound the Ground. And it was the first huge, large U.S. event that ever happened. Like there had never been an event that large, 1,000 people, absolutely crazy. And it was amazing. There were so many like other fellow YouTubers there that you'd watched and everything. And it was just cool meeting all those people. And then everyone was just in such a great mood and kind of having a great time. And you'd see people in the field, and it was a wild hunt. They had a seated aspect. So they did do a seated hunt, kind of roped off seated hunt for tons of stuff. But the most of it was this, very historic War of 1812 area, a lot of activity, near Plattsburgh, New York, Battle of Plattsburgh, all that. And Chazy, New York. And it was amazing, man. It was amazing. I found a little tiny U.S. militia cuff button that said out of pewter, and it said U.S. on it. And it's like one of my prized possessions, man. It was just thinking about everything that happened there. And then you go and you do the research and you find out all the stories of exactly what was happening in there. And you're just like holding this little cuff button in your hand thinking, oh my God, like this touched one of those soldiers that were going through that, the people that were there.
Yeah.
Really cool. Yeah. So like something like that, like I'll never forget that event ever because of all the stuff that happened after the event back at the hotel, like all the fun we had.
I've heard the stories.
Yeah. Hanging out with people. It was a lot of fun. Man.
Yeah. I guess
the cops, all of it,
Masters
everything.
of Metal finals would be it. That was a total blast.
There you go.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah. We were.
Sure. What do you guys feel like? What do you think is going to happen with seated hunts with the price of silver? That's the looming question. Me as a former business person, I just think it's all relative. I'll go dig one dime worth $6 where I used to dig 2 dimes worth $3. I'm good with that. But some people want to dig more targets.
Right.
I don't know. Do you think these hunt masters are going to have to start raising the price, and are people going to attend? I don't know. Maybe we should ask the chat. Would you attend if they were more expensive?
Yeah,
it's the difficult juggling now of that, because you are getting a bigger value of it, but times are also tighter with money. So instead of $250, now you're putting out $350. Does that still draw the same number of people in?
Right.
Here's the thing. I know at our club for our monthly hunts, it's become an issue. That's usually $25 to hunt. And they put all that in coins in the ground, and they buy some prizes with it to give away for token prizes. Or people in the club also donate prizes to the hunt master that's putting on that hunt. What they usually do, they take the board members and they plan a hunt a month. Each board member's got to plan a hunt a month. They usually have 12 board members. So, and then so everything goes in the ground. Well, the price of silver has been so high now that the club has actually made a decision from the board that they're going to add, I don't know how much the dollar, like $100, $200, $150, whatever, from the club's funds into each one of the hunts, just so they can buy enough silver to make it worth it for the people coming out, paying the $25 to come out and play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not only the price of silver, but I'm glad you brought this up, Tom, but not only the price of silver, but you talk to these manufacturers who historically have been very supportive of these hunts.
Right.
And there's getting to be so many hunts. It's becoming very hard for manufacturers to support these hunts like they used to. They have to be very selective these days.
Yeah.
And so before Rush to the Rockies, like we used to have 19, 20 detectors being given away, tons of support from all the different manufacturers. And it's just not that way anymore. And I've talked to other hunt masters, and they're saying, they've really pulled back. Mind Labs pulled back, Garrett pulled back. Nokta's pretty much consistently been pretty darn supportive. But they've had to pull back on which ones they support, who they send their, nomads to and all that. It's because there's so many of them, really. There's so many of them. I mean, you could be busy every month, right, Tom? Pretty much.
You could be gone all the time. Yeah, definitely. That's a good resource too. I see a couple of people in the chat, like, how much does a seated hunt cost? And where do you find seated hunts? There is a Facebook page called Natural and Seated Hunts, and it has all of them or most of them in there. When he finds out, I think James Huntley actually runs that.
He does run
it. Finds out about it, he'll put the flyer up. The flyer will have the pricing. Guys, they're usually anywhere from, I've been to hunts at $100 entry fee and some that were $450 entry fee. I mean, and everywhere in between. But average probably $250.
Yeah, and they're sometimes they're single days. I know I've been talking with Rip Code. We had him on the show not too long ago. He's up in Michigan. His treasure hunting club does a national hunt, but it's only a 1-day hunt. So
Yeah.
that entry fee isn't going to be the $450. You're going to have, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday hunt, that type of thing. It's a 3-day hunt, where the price is probably going to be more if you're talking 5 hunts plus for an entire weekend versus one. So that that cost of the hunt is relevant, or it's coinciding with how many hunts there are going to be available and opportunities to find the silver.
Yep.
Or gold.
Definitely.
Or token or whiskey decanter.
Yeah. There is nothing like popping a token out of the ground though, too. Like I'm there for the silver, but the token, you're just like, man, what am I gonna get?
But
like,
it's the what if,
trophy
right?
cases are full of like big silver coins and prizes and shovels, and Tony had some tokens in this last hunt for some free
I saw that
holders from Republic. Super cool.
Saw that.
Yeah, you can win all sorts of good stuff at these hunts. It's incredible.
And that's something new. Probably no one's ever seen it at a hunt before. I'm sure people were like, "Ooh, yeah, I want one of those." You know what I mean? Anytime you see something new, you're like those silver arrowheads, the silver bullets that were cast, anything like cool. That. Yeah, you're just like, "Oh yeah, that's different." You know what I mean? And go ahead.
Ohio Relic Hunter has a great plan here for the upcoming hunts because of the cost of everything. He says you just need to plan some prize tokens for a couple nice slabs of beef.
Hey, I'd be happy with that.
I think people would be very happy to take that home with them.
Yeah, the Pit Boss barbecue. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, they got the smoker going already. You just throw it right on there and feed everybody.
Bree said air quoted nomads. Did I? Maybe I did. Anyways, so let me ask you this. You're a great resource, Tom. We'd love to bring you in next time we start to plan Rush of the Rockies, just to kind of all the hunts you've been to. Would you rather have 2 main large hunts a day for 2 days, or would you rather have 3 or 4 smaller hunts but different themes and mixed up and everything for a couple days, or 2 a day and then 3 the next day, that kind of thing? Like, is there a perfect combination for you, a recipe for that? That you like?
Not really. I like the hunt we just got back from, all silver in the ground. So it was like blow and go. All 4 hunts are main hunts.
Sure.
But after the 10 minutes of the 30-minute hunt, I mean, it's pretty much over, close to over. Right. Whereas like say a hunt like Show Me, how Mitch does his stuff. Yeah, not everything's silver, but you're going to dig some really cool stuff, some wheat pennies. You're going to dig some Indian heads. You're going to get some awesome token prizes as well. And what's kind of cool about those hunts, you get out of almost competition mode and you get to hear different VDIs in your detector and just different things, where don't get me wrong. I love hearing 90s, bing, 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 bing all day long, but hey, I mean, it is fun to hear some other stuff. So I guess it depends on the mood. But I'm always in the mood to go to a seated hunt. And what's funny about that, like I remember one day swinging out there with Chaz and Dave down at the old coal towns. And I was kind of leery to bring up seated hunts because I'm like, well, are hardcore detectorists that go detecting every day, do they even want us? Like, are they going to make fun of me? So I had a plan. I'm like, hey, do you guys see Rush to the Rockies is on this year? And if they were like, oh yeah, or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, gross or whatever. But they didn't respond that way. They're like, yeah, let's go. And it was just a total blast. Total blast.
Yeah. It was fun having all you guys up. I don't think you and I got a chance to talk at all, but I know that some of the other guys from down south too it was a lot of fun. Did the whole Masters of Metal thing. And then I know Tony and our team was going to go on to the finals, Alabama. And we decided. Yeah, we decided not to the last minute. I really wish we would have kind of put that together.
Oh, it's a blast. Gold Camp in particular is just a total blast.
Yeah,
total blast. If you ever want to try high banking, Ken, go there. The pay dirt is stacked up right behind you. The hardest part is getting the pay dirt off of bedrock. They have a big excavator and they pile your pay dirt for you.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, you just shovel it right into the high banker.
Oh it's my awesome. Gosh, that is cool, man. That's cool. Because because gold prospecting is hard work, man. You're moving a lot of pounds of dirt and rock.
You're moving stuff,
moving earth, man.
Yep.
So here's something that always came up in the past couple of hunts that we've had, especially the last one. Prizes. So Tom, I know you're big. You're silver head. I know you just like the silver. we had the big conversation last time, Tony, if you remember, like, do we even want to get metal detectors?
Right.
Like,
this is a great,
are people
great question.
just, and in the chat, let us know what you think too. Like, what if an event didn't have any metal detectors giveaway? Because everyone has a metal detector, and yeah, it's fun to win another metal detector, but would you rather have spent that money or whatever money that it was worth to kind of put it in the ground as silver,
right,
in lieu of getting another metal detector, because you already have probably 6. Look at Tony's backdrop. I mean, he's got, you know what I mean?
Right.
What we saw at Rush to the Rockies was that in the parking lot after the hunt, there was wheeling and dealing going on. So people were selling them,
Always.
and,
a bunch of drug dealers in the parking lot making deals out of their trunks.
I got a VX9 over here, man.
Lifting up a trench coat. There's a VX9.
Yeah, dude, check it out.
So what is the just in terms of the topic, what is the cost of the VX9 right now? Does anybody know? Okay, is it 6?
They're around 670 or so. Something.
We'll just say 600. So you've got an opportunity to win a free VX9, or would you want to have 2 prizes that were like $300 worth of silver coins? Each package was $300 of couple Morgans, seed, like, you know what I mean, like that. What would you be more excited for?
Yeah,
winning that VX9, which was twice the value of that silver prize, or having $300 worth of silver as one of the prizes.
Yeah,
which then you could get 2 of them.
Yeah. I would bet that answer's different depending upon if you ask somebody who's been to a ton of seeded hunts as opposed to new people. The people that are there for the first time, they want to hold that big giant prize in their hand and get the picture and do the whole thing. Whereas some more seasoned people, like my buddy Cajun Ron here, he wants to go get some coins. He wants it all on the ground. He's got enough detectors, so you have guys like him and guys like newbies that first seeded hunt ever that want to win a detector, and everything in between. I don't know what the answer to that would look like as a whole.
I think for like when we had when Ken and I went to our first Rush to the Rockies, I'm sure I was swinging the AT Pro, and that was my second detector, and it was a step up for me. I would have loved to have won a Manicore. That would have been the ultimate to me. But if you have a Manicore and a Deus and a Legend already, and even another one as a backup because you're just you're like that, probably having the silver or the coins or a really cool relic display with couple bullets from from a certain battle or whatever. I mean, that might mean more to you than having $1,000 machine. So lots of great answers in the chat for sure.
And most of them are leaning away from detectors. So,
right. And this is good information to have because you want to make that seed hunt is about the detectorists. It's what's going to give them the best experience and the best fun, and then come on Relics Radio and talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. Did you get those clips of the display cases, Tony, and and at Mitch's hunt at Show Me? Did you see those treasure boxes? So James does display cases with large silver coins, and those are your token prizes, other than some other things that were in there. Yeah, right there.
New friends, old friends, we're all
man, look at that.
Look at all those.
Jeez.
Yeah, super cool. And then Mitch, like some of his big prizes, people found tokens for treasure chests. Did you see that one?
Yeah. What did you have?
Cool. And the treasure chests were full of silver coins.
Better show me.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to be kidding me! Oh my gosh, look at that!
Super cool.
There you go. So that's the same idea. Instead of $1,000 machine, you're getting a treasure chest full of $1,000 worth of silver and gold coins.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be pretty much I mean, honestly, okay, so you're going to put in a Manicore at $1,200. If you did a treasure chest for $1,000 in coins,
yeah, give me that treasure chest, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you've got 200 allocated from somewhere else. I mean, you can kind of shave off that price for that machine, start allocating them to places and then giving a man that I wanted to watch that again. That was an entire treasure chest of coins and prizes in there.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Mark Hoover right there.
Oh, whoops.
Mark Hoover won the chest.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, Mark has the, is that like a Civil War dollar note right there that's in the top of it?
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
Look at
sure
that.
is.
That's like an 1860s Confederate, note, $10 note.
Sweet.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, so
Very,
nice.
very cool.
Very cool.
I think that's a great,
a
great topic, a great conversation.
Big topic of conversation around
Yeah.
our Rush the Rockies for sure. Everyone was like, do we really want to try to get another 20, detectors and get a bunch of detectors? I mean, it sounds good, and people are like, yeah, it was cool. But rather kind of really people wrote what they really want. I mean, you can see it because most hunts also have raffles, right? Most hunts have raffles to where you can go and buy a bunch of raffle tickets and maybe win like, peace dollar or some kind of, cool silver prize.
Morgan.
Yeah, knives, all kinds of different stuff. But and that shows you they participate in that stuff so much. Those are the things they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe just a few like large top of the line detectors, that could be an upgrade for somebody, like a Manticore or something, or a D2, and then just a bunch of, stuff like display cases, like you said, and other types of silver. Definitely what we're looking at.
I think though the difficult side of that is though those manufacturers are donating those. Are they going to sit there and say, no, we're not going to? You guys you don't want the detectors? Okay, we'll donate the value of 5 detectors to you just in cash.
Yeah,
probably not going to do that.
Right. There's the conundrum.
So I mean, and these big hunts, a lot of it, at least for Rush of the Rockies, I don't know how the other ones are run. It's donations, from the manufacturers for those machines. I know Eureka has purchased some machines that they've given away as well, but a lot of that stuff is just donations from the manufacturers, and that I mean those are big prizes.
Right.
So check this out. Subterix popped in and said, on the next hunt they participate in to be decided, like to donate a Constellatio or a Fugio. That would be the Ken and Tony hunt. Coming up next
this weekend, Saturday.
You just put it in the mail, and we'll cherish it.
That's super cool.
Super cool, right?
Absolutely.
That was such a good show last week.
Yeah,
it's such a good program.
Yeah, Constellation and Fugio. That'd be amazing. I always see those found on videos, and people are like, "What is it?" Because they're not easily immediately recognizable, unless they know they're in an area where they can actually find those. And as soon as they find out what it is, it's like, wow.
I don't know how many years ago it was. I was doing a live stream, or if it was Relics Radio, where I was doing coin roll hunting, and I had mentioned, God, I think Fugio is just the coolest coin. The way it was minted, being the first like U.S. minted coin, blah blah. I'm never gonna find one in Colorado. Like 10 days later, at my mailbox, I got a slabbed Fugio sent to me from one of the subscribers that was watching the show.
Cool.
Wow.
It's in my safe. Still in my safe.
Super cool.
Yeah, it's so cool.
What a treasure. Those things are so cool.
Yeah. Well, where's the dig stock? You been to dig stock, Tom?
Ooh.
You know what? That's one that I have not been to. And that is a whole different hunt altogether. You guys know the premise of that, right?
Yeah. Yep. It's yep. Sometimes they have combination. Well, it depends on where they hold it too. Like sometimes, sometimes they have combination hunts. Sometimes it's purely wild. Matt Howell puts on a great hunt. You guys should try and go to that one sometime.
Yes,
out there in Virginia. He keeps it real small and intimate,
real small.
But he gets some amazing property that he keeps it real tight and small. But everyone just goes there and crushes. It has a great time.
That's awesome.
And he's a great dude. So you should definitely check out his hunts for sure. We can live vicariously to you because Tony and I keep trying to make it to one of his hunts, and we just don't. We have so many places we want to go. Where would you like to hunt, Tom? Where would you like to hunt?
Yeah.
Like, okay, Tom, you can hunt anywhere in the world right now. I'm gonna put you on a plane. I'm gonna put you on a boat, wherever you want to go.
And you've got permission.
Yes. Where are you going next weekend to spend a week?
That is tough. That's a tough question, man. I mean, because I love early Americana and, you know, and all of our military stuff, but I mean, you got to go to England, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely the place.
To
That's
find
definitely a
some
great
stuff,
place.
like old stuff, like super old stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, what did the king say just the other day? It's America's 250th birthday, which in England is just the other day. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's totally how they
Right.
think about things.
They
over
do.
there.
Yeah, I think I would have to go across the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
What about you guys?
We'll get together and do that because we've been Ken's been twice, I've been once, and we're definitely making plans. We actually got invited to go in a couple months again with the group and just couldn't swing it. But we get a lot of invitations and always have the opportunity. Know who to set you up and things like that, get you in the good spots. So, you know, if we can't go together, if you seriously want to make it happen, let us know and we'll put you in the right direction and make it worth your while because it's
Awesome.
We're
It's an
probably what,
experience.
60% for next year, Tony, would you say? I think we're 60% or are we more than 60% for next year?
to go next year.
Yeah,
It depends if I can freaking landscape my backyard or not
that's right.
before then.
That's right.
Because I'll be paying on that thing for about the next 10 years.
Do a ton of rock is only like freaking $300. Come on, a couple shovels.
No,
We
what
can-
I figured
We can get that thing
driving
landscaped.
home, I'll just stop at a new house and just pick up one rock from every house in the neighborhood and just throw it in the backyard. A couple of years, it'll be full.
One rock at a time, like Johnny Cash.
Just like Johnny Cash. Love it. Love it. Well, that's cool. Where are you going, Tony? You get on a plane, go anywhere you want, permission granted.
It's so tough. Like I'm in the same boat as Tom. Like I would love to dig. You know, if it hadn't been tore up and resodded and you know a bunker underneath the new ballroom or whatever. Like I mean, if you found something old, if you found something from the 1700s, not true. If you found something from the 1800s at the White House, it would absolutely blow my mind.
Yeah.
So, you know, it seems so small when you talk about going to England or finding history or finding,
Yeah.
you know, 2,000, 3,000 years old, you know, but I love U.S. history. So, you know, I want to go somewhere that was significant, that you could find something and go, oh my gosh. And on top of it, that no one's ever going to get to go do anyway. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brady Epperson here in the chat. Australian Goldfield. Yeah, buddy. Put me on.
that would be a
there.
blast.
100%, buddy.
That would be a
Definitely.
blast.
Take the new
Check
Nocta
this out.
Magnetar with me. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
What you
guys
got
see
there?
that antler knife?
Oh, yeah.
So my buddy Brady Epperson there that's in the chat actually naps these out, and he's got booths at a lot of these hunts down south,
no
and he'll
kidding,
trade you for
man.
silver coins. I mean, he does big ones, little ones, arrowheads, knives, tools, whatever you
Man.
want. He does a killer job too.
Look at that. Yeah, great
so
job
cool.
knocking that out. Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. But
You
I
never
agree,
know
man.
about these
Australian
hunts. You never
goldfish.
know who you're going to run into, and whatever you're into. I mean, there's going to be somebody there with the same, you know,
Passion.
the same stuff you like.
Interest.
I mean,
Yeah.
just crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Ken,
Awesome, man. Awesome.
where are you going?
Aurora.
Yep. Take your preview.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Germany, Scotland. That's got a lot of
Germany
staying.
is
Australia.
that's
Tokyo.
under the radar because you know David Rose goes there and he brings home some incredible.
Oh, the medieval relics he brings back
Yes,
are just
insane,
so unique and amazing. I would just love to start bringing some of that history home. I'm not interested in the World War II style, all that stuff. You know what I mean? That happens a lot there in the woods and stuff. But the medieval stuff from that area is just so appealing to me. But you know, I always said people, my favorite, most dream place to detect would be some old property of my ancestors that I could determine that had the King last name, my last name, that I knew was about as old here in the States as we could find, and to get permission for that site.
That would
to try to find something that I knew belonged to my, you know, earliest ancestors from this area would be incredible, you know.
That'd be awesome.
Especially to guarantee I had permission, you know. Find something with a K on it or a king or anything, I'd lose my mind, you know, knowing where it was. But yeah. Well, Tom, thanks, man. You've been doing great things on your YouTube channel. I want to commend you on that. I'm digging the music, man. The music always just sucks me right in and pulls me along.
Thank
Tom
you. I
produced
enjoy
all of
making
your
those
music.
videos.
Yeah,
Such a
amazing.
blast.
And it is truly an adventure. Like the way you put your filming together, it's real exciting, and you do fast cuts, so it's really bringing you along. Just keep it up, man. You're going to do great with that channel for sure. It's beautiful. If you've never seen it, go check it out. Freedom Finders Adventures on YouTube. And drop him a line, say you heard about him here on Relics Radio, and you're over there to check him out. And if you like what he's doing, hit his subscribe button and follow his channel so you can stay up to touch whenever he publishes a new video. Him and his wife Tish go out all the time, and of course their little dog Apple. And what's your other dog's name?
Radar.
Radar.
Yeah.
Excellent. Radar doesn't get the love that Apple gets. Sorry, Radar.
He gets more love down south than she does, though. Everybody likes a hound dog down there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So he gets his due.
Yeah, very cool. Well, we're going to let you have your last word on out of here. We're going to say goodbye to you off the air, if you're okay with that, down in the green room. But go for it. Stage is yours. Hey,
guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions on seated hunts or anything you see in my YouTube videos, feel free to reach out. I'm an open book. And I guess that's about it. Keep on swinging, and we'll see you out there, hopefully.
Good deal, man. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate you coming on.
We want to say thanks to Tish, too.
Yeah,
your
Tish.
lovely wife.
Yep, absolutely.
She's in the chat the whole night and supporting you as well. You guys are awesome. Awesome little group there.
Very
Great
cool.
couple.
Yes.
Love you guys.
Yeah, I feel bad. I should have brought that up. It's always cool, man, when you see husband and wife team out digging together. Like that's really cool, man, supporting each other and everything. So sorry we didn't bring that up earlier, but yeah, you should have had Tish come on, man. She could have told us all the dirty secrets about
she would have
traveling in a van life.
Here off to the side.
Next time we'll get
van life on the road to seated hunts.
Yeah. That's a thing, right? Are you guys also really involved in the whole van life thing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I do a lot of mods to my van, and I have another small channel that I do stuff like that on. But we love the whole van life vibe. It's super cool, man.
Yeah,
super
awesome.
cool.
Man,
we have our house on our back. We get to stay wherever we want. It's awesome.
Love it, man. That sounds so cool.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, excellent.
All right.
Cool.
We're going to see you in a second, and we'll get out of here.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad we dedicated an entire show to that topic, because I don't think we ever have.
We've kind of touched on it, especially with Rush and things like that, but it just seems like there's so much to talk about, like people that do it so often, like Tom and Tish do, so much knowledge, like you had asked great questions of, comparing them, which one, what do you like about this one? How does it do this one different? Do you like these types of hunts? Do you want to do all days? Like there's so many different ways to do it, and different ideas, and each one's unique. And I know in the chat, like Bree had said, 100% it's about the people that you meet, the community at these things, but it's not too bad coming home with a pocket full of silver too.
Yeah. And I will reiterate what Tom said. There's a Facebook group out there ran by James Huntley. It's really great. It's called the Seated and Natural Hunt Reviews. So you can go over there and actually see people that have been to these hunts, and they actually post reviews of these hunts. So you can kind of get a real good taste from numerous different people on what the Ozark hunt was like, or what the Rush to the Rockies hunt's like. And then, like Tom said, he also posts all those flyers of all the different hunts that are coming up. Huntmasters will send him some, like, hey, Rush to the Rockies coming up. James, here's the flyer, here's the link, and then he kind of has that on that Facebook group. So Seated and Natural Hunt Reviews, you got to go check that out.
That's a great page. Great page for sure.
What's going on with you, man? What do you got coming up?
Yeah, just want to mention as we head out here, republicdisplays.com, use Relics Radio 10 at the checkout, and you'll get 10% off all the displays. You can find what I'm up to at 5280 Adventures, 5280 Adventures, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all those kind of things. Come over, check it out, leave some comments. Love interacting, message me, love talking with everybody, and get so many messages. People send me, I found this week, and just absolutely love the camaraderie in the community. So, message me over there, and you and I will get out detecting this weekend and maybe put out some new detecting videos soon. That'd be great.
That'd be great.
Yep.
I still got a ton of footage. I just got to get the time to kind of really dig in and edit them. But James Warren, I want to thank you for the suggestion. Vets Dig Beeps. Josh, it'd be a great guest one day. We'll keep that in mind and put that on the list. We're always open to whatever y'all have for us. If you have a guest that you think, you know what, that person would be perfect for Relics Radio. Yeah, send them on over. We're always booking guests. We're kind of got a calendar put together. We're scheduling them out. So if you got any suggestions, send them on over. Even if it's sort of outside the fringe of the things so much, of the detecting world, we're interested in taking a look at that for sure. So just give us a shout. You can always contact me at dk@adventuresindirt.com. But feel free to drop us a line anytime. Looking forward to this weekend, bud, getting out with you again and
should be good.
And digging with you. It should be.
I got a good feeling. I'm going to find a bison nickel. I got a good feeling.
I got to start remembering to say that. I got to remember to say Nokta, and I got to remember to say bison nickel.
That's right.
Two things
That's right.
I've been.
Bree told us it's Nokta, and John told us it's a bison nickel. So there we go. We're sharing knowledge.
Wait. No, there's a third one.
Oh,
it's not a head stamp.
No, it's not.
It's a shotgun base.
Yeah. The head stamp is the actual writing.
Yeah, that's a head stamp.
Right. But the base
is a shotgun head.
All right.
Or shotgun base. We have been corrected.
Yes.
Thank you all very much. This has been our public service announcement. Thanks everyone for joining us on Relics Radio. You can find us here every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, here on Relics Radio, live on Tony's YouTube channel, 5280 Adventures. I haven't been posting it on my Adventures in Dirt YouTube channel lately. We're just going to keep hanging with Tony's channel on that. So if you guys have been missing it over there, that's why I made that decision. But you can find me anywhere on other social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of them. monkeymoon.com. I don't know. Adventures in Dirt. Go check it out. Go back. You have 5 years or so of the weekly dirt shows where I was featuring you, the diggers out there, and the finds you've been finding in almost a news channel called news program called Weekly Dirt. So go over there and check it out. You can go back 5 years, just see tons of finds that have been found over the last 5 years or so. Everyone have a great week. Go out and dig, find the good stuff, have a good time. We'll see you here next Wednesday.
Thank you so much for listening to Relics Radio. We will see you back here next week for another exciting guest. Until then, get out and dig it all.